today or tomorrow. So we are recording. I think we have met some of you before. I see some familiar names, but for those of you who hasn't met us, I'm Valeria, and here's my colleague Maxim, and he will tell you today about NotebookLM, which is one of my personal favorites. What is it and how to use it, you will know a little bit later. But here is just a bit about CloudFresh, the company that we are representing. This is a cloud solutions partner. We have a lot of more than 2,000 clients all over the world, 70 plus countries in which our clients operate, and we're constantly growing our team. Currently, we're more than 50 professionals on board. So basically, if you can imagine any of these cloud solutions, Google Cloud, Google Workspace, GitLab, Zendesk, Miro, JumpCloud, and more, we're specializing in implementing, migrating, supporting, training, and a lot more ing regarding these solutions. So if you want to learn more about us, don't hesitate to contact us. And if you need any kind of professional service regarding this solution, also feel free to contact us. We're always happy to help. These are some of the famous clients that we worked with. Probably you can recognize some of the names. For them, we actually provided services or implemented these solutions. And I'm passing the word over to Maxim. But before that, I would also remind you that at the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A. So if you have any questions, you can write them down in the chat, or you can raise your hand at the end of the Q&A session and ask them directly. So yeah, Maxim.
Yeah, thank you, Valeria. Hi, everyone who joined us. My name is Max. I'm cloud engineer at CloudFresh, and today I'll tell you a little bit about very cool tool which we call NotebookLM. So first, we will try to ask 3 small questions: for what, for why, and how we can use it. Today, you know that we work with so much data that sometimes finding an answer to a simple question can take a long time. So Notebook and AI really can help us to work with a big amount of data very faster and efficient, you know. So NotebookLM transforms your research and writing. It's not an AI tool that accelerates your ability to find, summarize, and understand information, always in the secure context of your organization knowledge base or your own documents. So you can upload any type of information in this NotebookLM. So NotebookLM is your personalized AI learning companion designed help you to gain some critical, insights faster, grounded in the information you provide to the NotebookLM. Now this feature available in Google Workspace. So let's take a look. And NotebookLM lets you upload various type of your sources like websites, slides, docs, PDFs, text, audio, even YouTube URLs. You can upload up to 50 sources per notebook, with each sources containing up to 5,000 words, for example. You can then chat with your sources, and Notebook will provide you with grounded information based on sources which you provide. It also allows you to create things like audio overviews, briefing docs, paper outlines, mind map, some videos like presentations, etc. With NotebookLM, you can quickly get up to speed on dense or complex reading material. You can upload documents in various formats, including websites, slides, docs, PDFs, text, and even Markdown. Up to 50 sources in total, so you can upload a big amount of data and analyze it. To make things ever easier, you can use pre-made prompts like the study guide or briefing documents option to get started right away. If you raise a listen to a summary of your sources, for me, for example, I prefer listen instead of reading, for example. I can making some different things and listen information what exactly I need. So you can create an audio overview, video overview. And if you're looking to deeper, you can prompt all your data sources at the same time to gather insights or dynamically generate new content from your sources. It's all about, making your work faster, smarter, and more efficient. The main value of NotebookLM, however, is being your research and not taking assistant. So the first uploading the sources on website or on your computer that you already have access to files in your Google Drive today, you can just simply pull into side panel or into Gemini application and start to interact with this. The second, chat with NotebookLM to explore interesting connections between sources. Third, that blank canvas option is hypercharged in Google Workspace when it means the dynamic ability to immediately adjust an entire document or use previously created content to create something new, a bit brainstorm and ask additional questions about it. Just imagine being able to instantly show critical knowledge information and collaborate seamlessly with your colleagues or with your mates. With NotebookLM, you can create a single comprehensive notebook containing all relevant documents and information, whether it can be documents for onboarding for the new employees, detailing product information, or outlining a classic topic, for example, or some product information for your sales, some sales pitch topics, and you can create this and share it with your team. You can grant other ability to add or remove sources, for example, allowing everyone to contribute to building a shared knowledge base. This fosters true collaboration and ensures that everyone has access to the most up-to-date information. So NotebookLM has various use cases for the sales, teaching, training, and more. For example, for the sales, it helps prepare for meetings with product info and research. For the teaching, creates lessons, plans, and study guides. Training onboards new hires with existing materials. For the support, for example, provides quick access to help articles for the troubleshooting. Marketing, generate campaign ideas and content. Product, centralize information and speeds up development. Basically, NotebookLM helps teams organize information and create insights faster. So NotebookLM offers several key benefits. First, it's prioritize data privacy and security, so you can your personal data remains yours. It's not used for training, like a Gemini chat. Google won't be use this information to train their models. So all information will be included only in your account and won't be shared with someone, for example. The second is grounded in trusted information with line citations, accuracy, and transparency. Third, it accelerates the path from information to insight via powerful summarization. And finally, it supports resources including text, graphs, images, audio, and multiple languages. So yeah, let's proceed, I think, with demonstration. So I will share my screen. Just a second. So yeah, let me switch to the Google. So the first I want to show you how we can sign to this application. So if, for example, you're using Google Chrome browser, you can press on 9 dots in the top, and here you can find a little bit below your NotebookLM application. So you can press on this, and it will automatically redirect to this application. So this is interface of NotebookLM. So here you can see with some different variations of displaying your notebooks. You can create your own, you can create your shared NotebookLM, shared information, as I mentioned before, with your colleagues. Also, you can filter by recent or, for example, by title. So yeah, I will open some exist NotebookLM just to show you how it can be. So I will open, for example, the most popular topic in the internet. It's like Microsoft 365 and workspace comparison. So yeah, let's check how it looks. So from the left side you can see your sources, so you can hide this panel. In the middle you can see like general interaction framework with NotebookLM. So for example, how it works. Here we able to add some information. So if I'll press on the add button, I can upload my information from different sources. So it can be Google Workspace, Google Drive. I can make some put some links from the website or YouTube URLs. I can copy my text and paste it. Or for example, if I have locally my files, I can upload some information like documents and start interact with this one. But for me, it's very interesting feature personally that we have discovery sources option. So what does it mean? If I'll press on this button, the notebook will ask me to provide some information about what I want to interact with him. Yeah, for example, I can ask something Google Workspace. For example, I can write Google Workspace pricing and security features. So if I'll write, I can find sources from the web or Google Drive. Let's make search in the web. So I will submit this one, and NotebookLM will suggest me the several options to include in my notebook. Yeah. So as you can see, we have some websites. We can see some icons. We can go and to this website and just check about what this website is, it relevant content or no. For example, we can open PDF files, as you can see in my search, and also if it was or it can be some videos, it will automatically copy these results to selected resources. So I also can include some YouTube URLs. So for example, I can select something from this list. Yeah, for example, security white paper, and I can import this one. So when I'll import, you can see that my list bit refreshes. So NotebookLM started to recognizing this document, and yeah. So from the left side, I have my sources, and what I can do, for example, if I understand that something not suitable for my topics, I can simply, turn off this document. So it means that notebook won't be use some information from these sources, and it's very convenient, to manage. But how it's working? So in the middle, as I mentioned before, we have a chat. So this is something like Gemini chat, and we can ask Gemini about some information. For example, we can see some summary about these documents, about what these documents, and we have some suggested buttons. So I can make video overview, audio overview, or mind map. Also, in the footer, I have chat and some suggestions from Gemini. So I can use this suggestion, and yeah, it will analyze all my sources and provide me information through all these sources. And it's very convenient to work because we work with some limited amount of the files. Yeah, we are not making a search in the web like in the Gemini chat, because it can include many different information, and we definitely need to check and verify is it actual or relevant information. But if we have some documents, what we exactly know that this is information is relevant and actual, but it's big amount, we can use NotebookLM, to search some information. And this Gemini prepare for me some information. Also, I can see from which files. So, for example, I have the first file. I can see from which topic he put this information or which topic he analyzed to provide me information, and it looks very good. But also, I can a bit simplify this amount of the text, because it's quite big for me. So I can press on these 3 lines and I can define my conversation style. So for example, it can be default or learning guide or custom. I can, for example, provide information, make it more professional, or some more friendly tone. Yeah. But for me, default is preferable. And also I can choose response length. So for example, it can be default, longer or shorter. So let's make this shorter because, time is money. And for example, I can ask one more question. So let's make a comparison how it looks. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a bit smaller than previous one. Yeah. No, I think this a bit smaller, yeah, not a big difference, but a bit smaller, yeah. So, but yeah, we can see that it a bit rephrase our information, rephrase text from the previous prompt, yeah, and provide information. So it's very, pretty cool feature because we can analyze all our data with simple prompts and ask and give information with really simple prompts. But it's not the core feature. To be honest, you can make these things also with some gems in Gemini chat. So it's not a big difference between NotebookLM and Gemini. The big difference is that we have a studio that can visualize your information in preferable formats. For example, I can make audio overview. So just I need only press on this button, but before I will press on the pen and watch, we can choose what will be the format of audio overview. So it can be like deep dive, and we can see that conversation between two hosts, unpacking and connecting topics in your sources. So it will be, the long audio, like 20 minutes or maybe more or a bit less. We can choose the brief, some critic or debates. To be honest, I tried several times to listen debates, and it was really funny that two AI like voices making some debates about information from my files. So you can test it, and it's really a bit funny, I can say. And choose language for sure. That for now, Gemini and NotebookLM supports more than 40 languages, so you can choose your preferable language, and also you can manage your length. So it can be shorter, default, or longer. But even with all of these things, I can make my own, prompts and make more focus. Yeah. For example, I understand that we have comparison between these big platforms, and for me, more critical, understand some key points in security. What definitely this platform can provide for my business, and I can write something, focus on specific sources, for example, specify a file name, or for example, I can write this, make focus on the core security features between these platforms. So I can write this and I can press on generate. So I will show you how it looks. Well, we can see that audio is generating. So for it, we need a few minutes. So for me, it can take up to 5 minutes from experience. But here I have already um, did some audio. And for example, I can show you how it looks. So let me
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really
Just
digging
listen
into
this.
one of those huge, critical decisions that organizations face: picking the right enterprise cloud platform.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's this constant juggling act, isn't it? You need powerful tools users will actually, use, but security has to be absolutely.
It's very cool that the voices is natural, so it's not like really looks like bots. It really looks like two people speaking about information from my files. But it's cool that we can listen these audios, but for me, it's very cool feature that we can interact with this audio. So what does it mean? So if I'll press on the interact, for example, I will play the audio.
Welcome to the deep
This
dive.
host
Today,
will
we're really digging
speak
into one of those
about my
huge,
files,
critical
and
decisions the
in
organizations
some time I can ask questions. So for
face.
example,
Picking the right enterprise cloud platform.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's this constant, oh, hey, our listener wants to join in.
so I
What's
can
up?
join and ask a question. Guys, please highlight some core benefits from these platforms about the security.
That is a fantastic question. And actually, that's what we were just about to dive into.
Exactly. Security is absolutely the core of this comparison.
Okay, let's unpack this for you right now. We'll highlight the biggest security strengths for both platforms before we get into the feature comparison.
For Google Workspace, the core benefit is its
Yeah,
cloud-native
and
secure
that it will interact, as I mentioned before, like in the natural mode. So like I'm the third host in there, debates, yeah, and yeah, it's very cool. So for example, I can make some my another things, and I can join to this audio and ask questions what exactly I need. So it's to be honest, it's very fantastic. And also it's not the all things. We can download this audio, and also we can share this audio, include audio in our presentations, for example, in audio in our videos also. If I'll go back to the studio, I can also see that I have video overview. So here we also can specify what exactly on which topic we should focus. Preferable language for sure we can choose. And if we'll generate the video, it will looks like, to be honest, it's not a video. For me, it looks like more like presentation with
Welcome to The
audio.
Explainer. Today we're diving into a huge decision that pretty much every big company has to make. Do you go with Microsoft 365 services company Jutton, which put these two titans right up against each other? Our goal here is to help you figure and then wrap it all up with a final recommendation based on all the we're looking at. This is where the differences between these two platforms become incredibly clear. First up, identity and access.
So as you can see, it looks like really like slides, and yeah, we can use these videos. We also can share this information. We can share this video to our colleagues, for example, just only this video, not the whole notebook. And we can download this video and for sure use it in our presentations, or for example in other things. Yeah, so this how video overview looks, but also it's very cool that we have mind map. So while I press on this button, I think I have previously, yeah, so if I'll press on this one, it will open the map. Yeah, and I can see that Gemini prepares for me some topics. So for example, I can open and see, for example, comparison by security. Yeah, so it will provide me 5 different areas like trade protection, data protection, and I can understand what exactly in these topics. But if I'll press on something, for example, on this prompt, yeah, it will automatically copy this prompt to my chat, and the Gemini will generate to me an answer. So as you can see, it's provide me information about this topic. So it's very convenient to work, with some project things, as I mentioned before, for this, if you're the sales, so you can upload some some topics, some pricing information, some product information. You can generate this mind map, and through this mind map, generate these prompts and ask, for example, how can I, improve my pitch, for example, my presentation with all of these things. Also, we can generate some flashcards. So, for example, I have some flashcards. Yeah, this looks like the simple question, and also you know that we can specify complexity of this flashcards. So, for example, we can make this number of cards, fewer, standard, or more level of difficulty, easy, medium, or, for example, hard. So it's better for the if you're making some lessons, or you have your education courses here, so you can generate with NotebookLM these flashcards, and it's very cool. So you can before the lesson a bit actualized knowledge of your students, for example, etc. Also, we can make some quiz. If not mistaken, yeah, I didn't make before, but let's generate the quiz. And one more thing, we can create some reports, and we can see executive summary, so about information in these files. We can see that Gemini automatically generates several topics with some of the spreadsheets with core relevant information, what I include in my prompt, for example, and we can use this information. So let me back, and also I want to show you how to share your notebook. In the top, you have some settings. You can also choose your output language, for example, preferable device theme, yeah, and manage subscription, because NotebookLM have two different subscriptions, some standard and NotebookLM Plus. Also, you can share your notebook with your colleagues, so just to specify email address, and also you can use the groups. If you're using Google Workspace, you can include the groups, and all the people in this group will automatically be copied in this notebook. Yeah. In Notebook, we have a bit limitations, so we can use Notebook only within our organization. So it means only in our Google Workspace account. So if you have several domains in your Workspace account in one, you can share this information. But if it will be like two separate Workspace accounts, unfortunately, you won't be able to share information between them. Let's take a look on the quiz, and as you can see, this generate. So if I press on the something, yeah, it was the right. Next, also I can press the on this option, it will be the wrong answer. And for example, I can explain why exactly it was the not right answer, and Gemini will provide me information. So yeah, this is how NotebookLM looks. We have pretty cool features. Yeah, we can interact with our content through the studio. It can be like video, audio, flashcards, quiz, interact with many amount of our sources. We can create many different notebooks and share within our organization. So yeah, I think from my side it's all. Thank you. I think, Valeria, we can proceed with the QA session.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for your presentation. Let's go to the questions. But before we proceed with the questions, just a kind reminder that we still have an exclusive offer for the attendees of these sessions. So in case you're interested in implementing Gemini or generally working in Google Workspace, if you're using any other platform and planning to switch or you're planning to upgrade, you can definitely do this with us, and we will be very happy to support you in this journey. And if you decide to do it with us, you can scan this QR code and you can claim a free Gemini training for your team. We will customize and tailor all of the features to your workflows and processes, to your needs and preferences. So yeah, Gemini is of course a very user-friendly tool, but it's very important to know how to use it right. So yeah, in case you're interested in this, please scan the QR codes, and I will also leave it on this slide. And we'll proceed to the questions. I see one question in the chat. I think Max has already covered it a little bit, but let's see. What is the difference between NotebookLM and a gem if I upload the same sources and forbid the gem to use internet sources?
Yeah, it's really a great question. Yeah, I mentioned that Notebook has some similar feature like a gems in Gemini chat, but the main idea of NotebookLM that you can collaborate with colleagues. So it's not like you can use as a personal tool, yeah, because we have the studio. But in Gemini you can do the same things. But for NotebookLM, it's more about collaboration. In Gems, for example, yeah, you can share answer, but it will be in inconvenient format, for example, yeah. With NotebookLM, you can share this knowledge with colleagues, you can work with the studio. This is the main, I think, difference between Gemini Chat and NotebookLM. I'm not a NotebookLM developer in Gemini, yeah, but I think it's the core difference, yeah.
Perfect. Thanks. So if anyone has any other questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or raise your hand. You know, have access to your microphones, so feel free to shoot them. We'll just wait one more minute in case you come up with a question. Okay. So I see probably no questions. But yeah, thank you very much. Then I think we will be wrapping up our session. Next time we meet on Thursday with a session on Google Meets. This will be the final session of the series. It was a great pleasure being with you today, and I hope that the session was useful. NotebookLM is indeed a very cool tool, especially say when it comes to training or onboarding of employees. So after we implemented this tool in our company, it was a huge difference. And I wish I had joined a little bit later so that my onboarding would be supported with NotebookLM. But yeah, so I hope that you try it out. And I really hope to see you next Thursday, and have a good day and a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.